my introduction. My name is Olatunde Oyeyemi. Where I grew up in a city called Ile-Ife in Nigeria. The city I'm talking about is in a state called Osun State. The city is a very popular city in all Nigeria because it's a city that is really enriched with culture and a lot of festival that even people around the world actually travel to come and celebrate most of this festival with us. People from Cuba, from Brazil, they come around the world to celebrate Ifa festival with us. Oracle, we call it Oracle Festival, and it's a very interesting festival in Ile-Ife. I'm currently living in Burbank, in Illinois. I've been living here for 3 years. It's a very interesting city. It's a multicultural city to live in. So you see a lot of people that doesn't look like you or look like every other person. So it's a mixture, and the security here is very okay. I love living here. I've been living here for 3 years, like I said earlier on. As per my education journey, like I told you, I grew up in Ile-Ife, Nigeria. So I came here from Nigeria. So I attended the local authority primary school, which I graduated in 1999. Then I progressed to secondary school. The name of the school is Seventh Day Adventist Grammar School, between 1999 and 2005. That is when I graduated. And in 2014, I had the opportunity of moving to the United States. And when I came here, I just came here. It's a new environment to me. I've never been here before. I've never traveled out of the country before. So being my first time of traveling out, it's kind of like very difficult, but I try to, adjust. So right now, I'm in Northwestern College, trying to become a nurse. I'm in a nursing program, and I have, after this quarter, I have 1 quarter left to graduate and take my state board exam. So as per my career, like I said, when I first came here, it's kind of difficult. So I started working with Kmart in Lansing. So after that, after a little while, so I was able to enroll in a CNA class. So I completed my CNA class. I got my certificate, and I did the state board exam, and I passed. So I started working in nursing home. The nursing home is actually in Burbank here. It's called Empyrean Care. So I worked for them like 2 years. While I was working in Empyrean Care, I was also working at my second job at Midway Neurological Rehabilitation Center on Harlem in a Bridgeview. So I worked in Bridgeview in Midway for 6 months, but I was still working in Burbank. So I worked in a period. So my future career dream would be to become a nurse practitioner. I could looking at 6 years maximum to get there. I believe so. I believe 6 years should be enough. A brief story about me. I was born in to a very large family. I have 5 siblings, so 6 of us all together, and I happen to be the last born. And there is age distance between myself and my older siblings because my mother actually gave birth to me at a very old age, so to say. Both of my parents are late. And another interesting about me is that people don't look at me as someone that that is old, as in that his age is proportional to his stature. So when I tell people that I'm 33, they will be like, you look like 20 something, you know. So what kind of music I listening to? I listen to any kind of music. My own music is whatever sounds good. So I listen to rap, country, you know, reggae, jazz, rock, name it. R&B, I listen to every music. If it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. Especially if it's passing some positive message, I'm gonna listen to it. So I love music very well. So hidden talent, as I love music, so I also love singing. But because I don't sing publicly, so people don't actually know that I can, you know, I can sing a little bit. So I just need like to improve on that talent. So good communication to me, it's a good communication entails the ability of someone to be able to, you know, interpret correctly a sent message in order to give a concise or a relevant response to the sender. That is what a good communication means to me. And in my career, good communication is very, very important in the nursing career, because we, the nurse, we are we must use a good communication every time we communicate with our colleagues, with family members, with doctors, because we must be able to send a concise message to whoever we are sending to, because it's very, very important. If we send a wrong communication, then it could be detrimental to the health of our patient. So we have to be able to send a correct and a good message whenever we are communicating with our colleagues, with family member of our patients, and with doctors and all that. So it's a very, very important skill in nursing career. And I could remember the last time I used a good communication was when I was working in a Midway Neurological Rehabilitation Center. I had this patient that I found her in a room. She was very lethargic, and I quickly went to the nurse that there's something that is wrong, that I don't understand, that she should just come over and check on this patient. If I did not do that, that would have resulted into the death of this patient, because she was very lethargic. She almost get into coma. So a very good communication, realizing that something is happening and transferring the message to the appropriate person at the right time, really help in resuscitating this patient. Thank you. That's my briefing from introduction.